What's up, team? Good morning, good morning. Hope everyone is doing well today. It is a beautiful Friday, March 6th. Hope everyone had a good Thursday. It was a pretty kind of rough day for me, man. My best friend in the world's sister passed away. She's actually a really good friend of mine as well. And it was a pretty sad day, man. You know, my best friend's sister passed away. Her name was Ashley. And, you know, like I said, pretty sad. There we go. I'm trying to get the green screen working. Alright, guys. What's up, Canakin? I appreciate the support, brother. I appreciate the support, man. What's up, Gavin? What's up, JB? What's up, Jose? What's up, Pat? Good morning, team. Hey, namaste to you as well, bro. Alright, so let's take a look. Market dropping again today, unfortunately. SPY down to 293, broke under 300, which was, in my opinion, the big level here. And it just kind of kept falling. So the SPY is down, the market is down. It's unfortunate. What's up, Nathan? What's up, man? What's up, brother? But yeah, let's take a look at gappers. I think we're going to get a lot of gap downs. I think the stuff that is gapping up today is going to be coronavirus related. But we got E and Z gapping up from 220s all the way to 340s. We have NNVC, which is a coronavirus stock. Let's see. There it goes. Yeah, this one's gapping up from $8 to $11. TGNA. TGNA gapping up from 1340s to 18. STIM gapping up some. We got OPK gapping up a little bit. NVAX, another coronavirus stock. BIG, TDOC. So yeah, TDOC, BNTX, PPLT gapping up a little bit, CBB, DGX, LAKE. So gap downs, we got CY, but yeah, most stuff I'm sure is probably going to be gapping down slightly. AMD's not actually. MU gapping down some. I'm sure we're going to get like Roku gapping down, Tesla gapping down. Most other mid and high cap stocks are going to be following the market down because the market has drastically dropped in pre-market and extended hours. It dropped yesterday as well, but it didn't break 300 during market hours yesterday, and then after the close during after hours, let me see, this was during after hours is when it actually broke 300 and still made the move down. It's at 292, so it's pretty low here. The market continues to drop. Somebody else is mentioning that Trump actually canceled today's trip to the CDC after Pence revealed that it was going to be a signing ceremony for the coronavirus spending, and the official schedule has not been updated. Has not been updated with a new signing. So yeah. What's up, you? What's up, DH? What's up, JB? So yeah, that's the deal with today's market. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll start looking up some news. Alright. First one we got is ENZ. It's at the top of the gappers list. It's gapping up from 220s to 340s for ENZ. It is up after it put out COVID-19 tests, and it says Enzo Biochemical Incorporated said that their wholly owned subsidiary, which is called Enzo Clinical Labs, is going to begin accepting specimens of the coronavirus for testing next week, and that is causing them to go up. So again, it's Enzo Clinical Labs, which is a subsidiary of ENZ here, and they said that they are going to begin testing or begin taking in specimens for the coronavirus for testing next week for ENZ. And so we'll see what happens, but that's why it's gapping up. We'll see what we get with this one. It also put out second quarter revenue actually yesterday. Let me go over that real quick. It put out EPS of 16 cents, which is up from 18 cents year over year, and it had sales of 19.384 million, which was worse than the 20.92 million estimate. So worse than expected estimate, but better than expected EPS for ENZ. And then it also had that news come out about they're going to start accepting specimens for testing next week. So that's the deal with ENZ, which is Enzo Biochem. We also have STIM, which is gapping up some here as well. STIM gapping up from 270s to 370s. Almost exactly $1, about $1.04. So it received breakthrough designation for their advanced therapy system for the treatment of bipolar depression. So this is not a coronavirus news. The FDA granted them advanced therapy designation, breakthrough therapy, or advanced designation for advanced therapy to treat bipolar depression. So breakthrough designation for this one, for STIM. So we'll see what happens. Not until you get home from school today, buddy, if you have a good day. You can't play it in the mornings.
I can play it on the weekend.
Yeah, you can play it on the weekend, which is after you get back from school, but you're not going to be playing. You can't play video games in the morning, buddy. I bought you that game yesterday. You can't play it this morning. And if you try to play it, I'm going to take it away. You understand? Okay. Sorry. My son's trying to, he's trying to sneak playing Super Mario Odyssey before school in the morning. And that ain't happening, Anyways, that's the news for STIM. We also have NNVC here. NNVC, which is gapping up from 808 to 1120 here. What's up, Leo? What's up, brother? But yeah, so NNVC. All right, so I'm seeing a few things. That a press release from Small Caps Daily. It wasn't actually from this company, but it was from Small Caps Daily. It highlighted NNVC's discovery of broad spectrum. I don't know why I can't say that. Broad spectrum virus binding ligands to counter the coronavirus. So again, this press release from Small Caps Daily, which is a separate media outlet, highlighted NNVC's discovery of broad spectrum virus binding ligands to counter the coronavirus. There we go. That's the news for NNVC. We got TGNA gapping up here from 1340s to 1750s for TGNA. Here, where's Jack? Come here, buddy. Alright. That'd be a good day at school. Alright, Jack, come here, buddy. Hurry up. Come here. I'm gonna start counting down, buddy. Come on. Sorry, I gotta give my kids a hug goodbye for school. Didn't we all do the same at his age? Of course we did, man. You know, and my parents shut me down if I tried to, though. And so it's time to pass on that torch and shut him down. You know. What? What do you need my help with? Alright, I gotta go help my wife. My wife hurt her back yesterday at the gym, and so I have to go help my wife put in my son's car seat. Hey, if I just lift it up, can you install it? Here, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. So yeah, TGNA. TGNA had a presentation at Deutsche Bank for the 2020 Media, Internet, and Telecom Conference, and that's going to be a webcast instead. Yeah, I don't see any new catalyst for TGNA. I'm assuming it's up on the coronavirus news because everything else is down. We also have TGN, we got ALT, we got FNGD, gapping up some. We got NVAX, which is also, most of these are just coronavirus related. We got IOVA, and then we have some gap downs like AOBC gapping down pretty big, which is American Outdoors. That's not his real name, JB. That's not his real name. But yes, that is his name. That is his name. That's a dope name, dude. Don't care. I kind of wish my name was Jack, but Jack's not his real name. We just call him Jack. But yeah, you know it's cool. Don't hate. You know it's cool, man. Anyways, AOBC gapping down. Let's see why. Price target was cut. Maintained neutral rating. It put out third quarter results that missed the estimates. It put out net income of $5.7 million, which compared with a loss of $5.7 million a year ago was much better, but earnings were 10 cents a share compared with the loss of 10 cents a share last year. Results included a $10.4 million goodwill impairment. General and administration costs fell over a year. Adjusted earnings were 13 cents a share, which is down from 16 cents a year ago. Analysts were expecting much higher, though, for 23 cents, and so this one is down because of that. We also have CY here. We got DFEN. CY is actually some volume to accompany this gap down here for CY, which is... I can't tell what this is. This is Cypress Semiconductors. And they had some pretty big movement yesterday. Somebody must have sold a big order. It's not. I'm not seeing any catalyst for this big move down. A few people upgraded them. Whoa. I hope my computer doesn't give me issues, man. I've upgraded the RAM. It's an i7, you know. My Thinkorswim just died on me. So, let me get this restarted. All right, guys. All right, let's see if it lets me back here. There we go. All right, what was I looking at? Cypress Semiconductors, huh? I can't figure out why this one dropped. If anybody knows the specific catalyst behind CY, let me know. And aside from that, I mean, we just got some pretty big market drops yesterday. We'll see what happens, but pretty substantial drops. My Thinkorswim dies at open every morning. I think it's probably because I should reset it every day. Is realistically why it does that, Nathan. I think it's probably like I probably should reset it every day, and I just don't. I just kind of leave my computer sitting there, and that's most likely why it dies like that. All right. I guess we go over the overall market news real quick, and then I'm sure Mitch will have a few stuff to look at. But while we're waiting here, and we've already gone over most of the gap ups. If you have any specific gap ups you'd like me to see, let me know. But let's go ahead and look at some of these here. I'm gonna go over the ETF preview. And it says, quote, this is from MT Newswires, by the way, and it says, quote, stock futures were in the red once again, tracking markets in Asia and Europe lower as yields of the U.S. 10-year treasuries slumped by 18 basis points to just under 0.75%, which is a record low. Market sentiment was weighed by heightened fears that monetary and fiscal stimulus measures may not be enough to cushion the impact of the worsening COVID-19 epidemic on the global economy. Colorado, Maryland, Tennessee, Texas, and San Francisco have reported their first cases of the COVID-19 as the viral death toll in the U.S. climbed to 12, and the number of cases at least 227 as of Thursday afternoon. Amid a looming panic, the Asian Development Bank said economic growth in China could slow by 0.3 to 1.7%, while growth in the rest of the developing Asia could be reduced by 0.2 to 0.5%. And so, yeah, and that's all quoting from MT Newswires. But yeah, it's actually pretty scary because the first coronavirus case, the first COVID-19 case was discovered here in Texas. And it's actually not far from where I live. It's like an hour away. One of them was in North Houston, which is very close to me. That's like 20 minutes from me. The other one was in West Bend or Fort Bend County, which is like an hour away from me. So there were two cases spotted here in Texas. One of them is like 20 minutes away from me. And so it's not good for me here with the coronavirus. And so, yeah, we'll see what happens. But, you know, if people travel overseas to that part of the country, like they just need to tell somebody, you know. It's like, I get it, but I think humans are selfish. And if they catch that, they would rather just not be quarantined, and so they just kind of hang out, and I think that's how it ends up spreading. And so we'll see what happens, but scary development here in Texas for me, you know. What's up, Tiny? We got the Nathan battles here. What's up, Tiny? Good morning. But yeah, that's the news for the overall market. Here, let me change it to some music that doesn't have any let me know how the volume is as well. What's the volume sound like? Volume good? Let me know. But yeah, so we can also look at commodities. Crude is down 4%. The U.S. oil fund is down 4%. Natural gas is down 2%. The U.S. natural gas fund is down 2%. Gold is up 0.7%. The Spider Gold Trust is down marginally. Silver edged lower, and iShares Silver Trust is down roughly 1% as well. Market is now dropping down to the lows here, which is, the low is now roughly 291.90s. Looking at the daily chart, you really understand the extent of some of these moves here. We are back down to this level right here. We are right here. This is where we are at right now. We are right here. Or technically, we're actually right here. But we got as low. We're right here, technically, right now. But we got as low as down there just now. And so it's not the 285 that we took on a few days ago, but big drop. And the COVID-19 is spreading here in the U.S., unfortunately. Alright. Now, I can't drop the music. A lot of people like the music. Some people say they come here solely for the music. So, but yeah, I'm watching AMD. I'm gonna watch MU. I did make my money back yesterday, guys, and I did record all of it. This is it from yesterday. Let me see if it pops up. There we go. But yeah, this was my trading yesterday. You can see I did scale into. If you guys remember when I ended the stream yesterday, I said there was one trade that I would still take. Even though I closed down the stream, there was one trade I would still take if it's set up, and it was the rebound bounce on CGC. And I said if CGC pushes above the VWAP and then pulls back to it, I'm gonna take that with big size, and it did exactly that. You can see here, and so I got in with like a few thousand shares, and yeah, I'll just play it. Make sure you guys can see it. Yeah. So yeah, I did get in with a few thousand shares, and it got a little risky. I was down like 100 and something at one point, but I made about $160 in the trade, so I'll take it. So yeah, you see it pushed above. I'm just kind of hanging out here. Let me see if I can fast forward this. Yeah, fast forward. It didn't take that long. You can see I started to make money on the trade. I made like, and then I slowly started to scale out of it. Let me get mentioned here. Like I said, I record any trade I get into after the stream. I always record it. Yo, what's up, brother? Let me see. Yeah, and then eventually it just kind of jumped up, and I caught the spike up, which is what I was initially looking for here. And then I just scaled out of it. Posted the trade log to Discord as well, if anybody wants to see it. But yeah, this is the spike I caught. You can see my P&L spike up. I slowly started to scale out quickly. Made about $160, ended the day up roughly $70 something. So I did in green finally. Hey, I appreciate the sub.
Yo.
What's up, bro? But yeah, see, I ended the day up about $70. You can see me clip it, clip my P&L here. Or maybe I didn't. No. But yeah, I ended the day up 50, 60, 70 something dollars yesterday. Was able to rebound. What's up, dude? All right, guys. We got Mitch in here. Let me know how the volume is. Probably should turn. I don't know if I should turn the music down some. Let me know. There we go. It should be a little bit better. What's up, Mike? Barely awake. That beat went hard. Put some Drake on. Hey, thanks, Tony. I appreciate it. But yeah, man. Mitch, what do you think about this market, dude? Market down. We are down again, sir.
Yeah. Hide your children.
Hide
I'm
your
in the
kids.
bunker.
Yeah. Hey, honestly, dude, the first coronavirus were discovered here in Texas, and one is like 20 minutes from me. It's in North Houston, which is like very close to me.
What are you stressing, man? I got two over here in Colorado also.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, are they in Denver though?
Denver metro area quarantine.
Oh. Dang, man. Don't come by me, Mitch. Get away from me, Mitch.
This is the truth, man. This is the truth. And it's a sad truth. But no testing, it could be right next door, man.
Right. Honestly, I'm about to quarantine myself, dude. I'm about to just stay in, man.
You know, one of the things that you got to realize is that at the end of the day, no testing is the most negative thing that we could have right now.
Right, like we gotta have
towards the
testing.
virus.
Yeah, for sure.
And then so as simple as there's been how many probably I would think probably in the hundreds of thousands of cases that have gone to the doctor in the last week for respiratory issues. That could be the corona.
Yeah.
And no one knows it.
Right.
You know what I mean? These
could be
doctors don't know
community.
how to test.
Yeah, it could
These
be.
doctors don't know how to test, so.
Yeah, it could be community spread at this point, which is the fear, and that's what everybody's kind of worried about. And so, you know, we'll see what happens, but it's not looking good. And understandably, the market's dropping. I think if this clears up eventually sometime this year, the market will rebound, but a little scary. What's up, Justin?
What's up? What's up? Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Good morning, Kenny Ken. What's up, JB? How we doing, Nathan? Pat? We got yo my chips. You ate my chips, man. Yo, Gavin in the house. What's going on?
Yeah.
We got Coin Fox, the Foxy Fox. EH Gang, Mike. What's going on? How we doing, Netron? I'm telling you, the fallout shelter. Who wants to run the business? Let's do
It's
it.
scary, bro. It's scary, man. You know, water filters. Beginner trading water filters. You know.
Nah, man, but it is what it is, man. I mean, I work even in a hotel in Colorado, so you can just imagine how they're freaking out.
Yeah. I believe it, man. Sheesh, man. Hotel. That's not where I want to be right now. You know.
Yeah, you know, got people traveling in from Seattle.
Great.
Great.
Yeah. John, buy my fallout shelter plans now. I might, dude. You know, I might.
You know, it is what it is. You know, one thing I am going to be looking though, job numbers came out strong today, so I think we're going to have two reactions. I'm expecting a early pop and then probably later in the day fade. If we do get the drop at the gates, that's going to be fine. But at the end of the day, guys, we're underneath that 300 price point. Yeah. I always think that the SPY is a magnet for that price point. So what we did is we gapped right underneath there, then started moving down, made a low, started getting these spikes here from the job numbers. The job numbers were really good. I'll try to get down to review them when he goes over the overall market. But it's going to be interesting if we're going to get up there to that 300 area today.
Yeah.
I think it's going to affect all the stocks. So at least from my perspective and how I'm planning the day, guys, the two stocks that are on my main watch list today are, one, I'm going to be watching the tech sector. The tech sector is one that hasn't been hit hard. And I feel if the market is going to get hit hard, that's going to be the sector that will pay the price today. Why? Because their evaluations are still near the top. And if they're really going to get hit, and the whole overall market's going to get hit again, I think those are the ones that are going to take the downfall here. Some that I'm looking at, AMD. Why am I looking at AMD, guys? One thing is, you can see on the daily chart, we're right in January numbers. We're looking like nothing ever happened if you just paid attention to AMD. And what I'm going to be looking for is dropping through this big support, 46.23. That's a big number there. A big move if we're going to get underneath that. So I'm going to be looking for a move today. If it does get underneath there, I can see a move going to 41. AMD has a long-term support there at around 40. I'll definitely look to see if the stock's going to retrace those levels. If not above 50 today, it could get a squeeze up towards that 51.81 resistance up there. But I could see AMD pulling back, not only because the chart, but also their guidance. They lowered their guidance overall for the year, and they lowered their quarter one guidance. They're literally telling it to you in a story right there. They're lowering their money that they're going to be able to make or thought that they were going to make. So that right there should hit the stock. We shouldn't see the stock break through all-time highs, lowering their yearly guidance and their quarter one guidance. Another one I'll be looking at, guys, is LK. A lot of consumer stocks are being sold in China. Why? Because no one can go outside.
Yeah.
You can't buy coffee if you don't go outside.
Yeah.
So there's no reason, at least from my research, and I like LK as a long-term stock. Just to kind of give you guys a background of how I think of LK. I do like it as a long-term stock, but I think right here, there's no way that it should be up here at this $40. At least with all the scare that's in coronavirus and the amount of infected that are in China, this is going to take a long time for China to recover. China is actually in negative territory, so they're in a recession. I do not think LK is going to, completely go away, but I don't think that at a $40 evaluation, this is a fair evaluation. So I'll be looking today to see if that number can crack and it could start making its move towards 36.40. I have a news article that supports my view on LK. A lot of people are just supporting that, hey, the factories are shutting down, workers are being sent home. Why would people be buying these coffees? And the people that are going to hit the hardest are going to be those Chinese consumer stocks and consumer goods.
Yeah, for sure.
So those are my two top trades of the day, and I'll let John take over. These are times where you can't really pay attention too much to headlines. The reason I'm paying attention to these headlines is because of what guidance. Whenever there's lower guidance, it always gives you kind of the long-term signal on where the stock is heading.
Yeah, and it's just a crazy market, man. It's tough for the strategies that I've been using. I've noticed I have to wait. I have to wait till later on. If I don't wait, I'm just not doing it right, and the strategies just are not working well. And yesterday was another good example. Again, yesterday. I traded a few times. Part of me is getting impatient because it's like the market's just chop. And even if you look at the market yesterday, that first, let's see, all the way up until 10:50 was a little bit choppy. So that first hour and 20 minutes of the market day was actually pretty choppy, and we actually picked a trend after that. But maybe this big volatility will cause at least a trend selection at the open. And if we start to pick a trend and maintain a trend, I might jump into some of my strategies as long as we get a trend. If we're just chop, I'm going to have to be careful, and we'll see. But that's the plan for today, guys. The market is down big. Again, over fears of the coronavirus. We might have a few other news releases that I can go over today for the overall market. So, a Trump aide did say that they are going to sign the coronavirus coronavirus. I can't talk this morning. Coronavirus bill this morning, Friday morning. And so we'll see if that happens. We also have, I think Mitch touched on this, but private payrolls for January were revised higher from 206 to 222,000. We have non-farm payrolls for January revised from 225 to 273,000. And we also had U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who said the U.S. is watching supply chains very, very closely and cites the coronavirus as the reason behind that. We also have another release from Benzinga that says the global central banks have no room to fight the crisis, and this is all quoting again from Benzinga. It says, quote, global central banks have no room to fight the crisis caused by the coronavirus outbreak, according to Deutsche Bank AG. He said, quote, policy failure is here. And that was George Saravelos, the bank's global head of currency research. And that was a tweet actually from Carl Quintanilla. And so, yeah, we'll see what happens here. Let's see, we got... I use Thinkorswim. Nathan? What's up, Douglas? Good morning, brother. Yeah, you got this, Daniel. Positive vibes, brother. Positive vibes, man. How much have I made trading this year? Almost 1,000, or no, a little bit over 1,000. Probably like 1.5 thousand, maybe a little more, a little less. I'm not sure. I'm kind of in the process of scaling up a little bit, and so really right now I'm trying to work on my trading more than anything. So the bill was signed 15 minutes ago. Okay, I appreciate that, CoinFox. Thank you, sir. Thanks, brother. Yeah, and that might be the right thing. Mako says, all this week I traded until close. And that might be the right thing because at least that first opening hour or so has been kind of tough, specifically for my style of trading, which is VWAP trend selection. And so, yeah, that's plausible. That's a plausible strategy during this market, at least. I'm just hoping the market picks a trend.
You got to find what works for you.
Right.
Just go with your strategies. Don't think about it as, hey, I have to change my strategy, because I've always found that out not to work.
Right, for sure.
It's just a downtime. You got to hold your capital. If your strategies aren't working right now, hold your capital. Wait for the moment when they start working again, and then press the gas pedal. Yep. Too many people press the gas pedal at the wrong time in trading.
Market is trying to break these lows here. So the market is actually okay. So the market just broke the lows from pre-market, which was 291.87. We just popped down to 291.83, but an immediate rebound here. But we are testing lows right now in pre-market this morning. So we're testing lows right now. We're battling lows. I'm going to go to a 1-minute chart. Might be able to see it a little bit clearer here. But yeah, we are testing lows. Appreciate the sub, Double V.
Yeah, my suggestion is definitely keep the SPY on an hourly chart. It's going to help you guys out. Help you guys determine the real trend. Whenever the SPY gets to these high volatile times, if I've ever looked at the SPY on shorter time frames, it's always hurt me, especially in the intraday. You can look at it now, but once you start trading, be careful with that, because sometimes, we think that the overall market is driving so many stocks that we start overreacting to the moves in the SPY versus the moves in your stock, and that can really cause you to take some trades that you normally wouldn't get into, just because, let's say you see the spiking up. You're like, well, my stock looked like it was setting up long, so I'm just going to get in right now. And that's not really the best way to approach it. Keep taking the trades the way you normally would take the trades, and just use the SPY more as confirmation versus a leading indicator on I have to go long or I have to go short.
Right, for sure. Let's see, I'm going to post this. In the downward momentum, I believe this is the easiest time to make money short for the day, not for the minute. I have made more this week than I have last year. Hey, congrats, bro. Yeah, it's definitely a time of big confirmation, When we get some lows getting broken, it's definitely confirming a lot of shorts plans. And so it just, like Mitch said, it all depends on your strategy. Like somebody like me, the first hour has been tough, but you know, honestly, this week hasn't really been that bad. I think I'm over exaggerating it here. This week, just to put it into perspective, I'll break down my gross P&L for you this week. Day one, I ended up losing at first, but then I came back and made about $160 on Monday. I lost $5 in gross profit Tuesday, $60 in gross profit Wednesday, and then $7 in gross profit maybe I'm wrong. I have to go back and check. And then yesterday I came back and made $80 roughly, 70 something, and then we'll see what today is. But it's been close to break even this week. I might be down like $100 or so after commissions. Let me see what my Tefs account is at. But my guess is I'm at roughly 1.7 thousand in profit, is what I'm thinking, like 1.7K up in this account. Yeah, exactly 1.7. And so not bad. I'll take it. What's up, Bailey? Good morning. Good luck. Looks like a tough day to get back to trading after a busy week. Probably sitting on my hands a bit today. That might be the smart thing. We'll see. It just depends. Sometimes it looks like a really volatile pre-market and then we get nothing. And sometimes it looks like a dull pre-market and we get action. So
Yeah, you know, it's just been a week of a lot of overreaction towards moves. So a lot of traders have a tendency of when there's high volatile times, they start overreacting towards the first move and not being patient enough for their entries, thus getting stopped out on let's say longs or shorts that they normally would have set up a lot better trade and probably could have held towards further support or further resistance, but they get caught in the chop. And why they get caught in the chop is because at times of high volatility means you have bigger ranges. Thus, if you don't tell the profit and loss ratio correctly or don't judge it correctly, you could not have the amount of risk needed to take the trade, and you get stopped out quick, and then you see the stock go in your direction.
Right. Yeah, and it also depends on the stock selection, too. Like, some stocks are going to follow the market much more than other stocks. Like, if you look at AMD, that thing follows the market pretty closely. But, like, it all really varies. But if you look at some low-float pennies, they're not following the market at all. And so, most of the time, at least. And so, it depends on the stock selection, too. Some stocks are going to organically follow the market more. FYI, AZN, 4838 down. Then report phase 3. Trial did not meet primary endpoints, which is usually like a death sentence to bio stocks. Yeah, it's down. Hey, I appreciate it, Tiny. But yeah, that's the market news. We got a few other news releases that just came out. I can go over them real quick on the overall SPY in the market. Like I said, SPY is testing that low. First, we have one that came out. Let me go back to... All right, so yeah, President Trump did sign the $8.3 billion coronavirus response bill, and that happened this morning. He also put out something that said he thinks the financial markets will bounce back. No, really. Trump said the Fed should cut rates and stimulate the economy. Of course, he thinks it's going to bounce back, and I think it probably will. If it depends on really how serious the coronavirus gets and how long it takes for the coronavirus to clear up. If it's kind of like swine flu, where it's just kind of a media thing, and yeah, some people are catching it, but it's not drastic here, then the markets are going to bounce back, obviously. And if China bounces back specifically, then our markets should bounce back as well. But if they don't bounce back, or it takes an extended period of time for the coronavirus to clear up here, especially with the fears, then that might cause an extended downturn in the market, obviously. While I say that, the SPY did just break those lows. It's down to 291.50s here, so it broke that 291.90 low, 291.88, 291.90 low, and now it's down to 291.40s, and it's dropping. So, you know, we are breaking some lows from pre-market just now in the last 30 seconds in the overall SPY here, and you can see that break just now. There's the low. We just cracked underneath it. And so, yeah, we'll see what we get here, guys. But breaking lows. What's up, Hero? I think we continue downward at the bell. I'm going to short Tesla out of the gate. with 100 shares. Hey, good luck, Canacan. You a brave man, sir. Not me, you know. Yeah, he's got speak to text. All right, but anyways, back to the market news here. So we do have the the Europe Commission is considering targeted measures on waivers on state aid rules to help sectors hit by the coronavirus, and that just came out, and that's from Benzinga. And so yeah, we'll see what we get here, guys. But you know, a little scary, I should say. AMD, yeah, AMD. A lot of the time during pre-market, it's so-so, but AMD is one of those stocks where technically it's the microchip sector, and so it's not gonna always follow the SPY, but at least lately it has for the most part. But yeah, in pre-market it's actually up slightly, about what is that, 55, 60 cents. But yeah, I love AMD. AMD's my baby. It's the one I trade the most probably out of any other stock. If we look at my history over the last year or two, I've probably traded AMD more than any of them. And sometimes it'll trade with the market, and sometimes it trades against it. But when it does trade with the market, it follows it very closely.
All right, guys. One more stock I'll bring up is, of course, INO. You know, this one moving significant amount. Is tradable for us, so we'll definitely keep it on watch today. Looking for pullbacks towards 950. This one's such a bull right now that I need big pullbacks. It would have to be kind of more of a red to green VWAP bounce play. Don't want to try to get it too extended on a stock like this. It is a $10 stock though, so a lot cheaper. We could take a bigger size and kind of hold to a tight risk. So we'll keep an eye on it. It definitely should be in play today. Been making significant moves and pulled back yesterday and then just completely ripped out. So we'll see if it can hold the 950s today and continue its way on up.
And just to ease some fears, maybe. Let's go ahead and look at the coronavirus cases here. And so we do have a few statistics here. We can look at death statistics if it makes people feel better. But okay, so basically, let me find the right one. Age. All right, so here's the age demographics here. And again, I'll just snip this. This is from worldmeters.info. But yeah, this is the coronavirus statistics here, guys, if you really want to see what the actual statistics are. I went over this yesterday, but I'll go ahead and go over it again today. This is the coronavirus statistics here. And as you can see, from ages 10 up to 50, the death rate is no longer, it's nowhere near over 0.4%. For people my age, it's 0.2%. And so it's actually pretty mild unless you have a few things: pre-existing health conditions or you're a little bit older. That's when it gets serious. And most of it revolves around pre-existing health conditions. One thing that makes me a little bit more comfortable is with kids. There's no fatalities for kids under 9. And I do have a 6-year-old son, and so that's good news. But overall, if you're less than 50, it's actually relatively mild. It's not completely mild, but that is something to consider if you're panicking like I am some. I'm from Seattle and getting reports it being a lot worse than what they are reporting. Yeah, we'll see. It's scary. Let's see how many cases they have. Yeah, 100,674 cases, 3,412 deaths. So we're roughly at 3.4% death rate. We did have 2 new deaths in the U.S. though, 12 new cases here. 9 people recovered. 8 are still in serious or critical injury. Or critical condition. Oh man, that's rough. What's up, Jarvie? What you mean panicking? I mean, panicking. Missed that. Woke up a little late. Missed that convo. No panic. Let's get some money. Yeah, let's do it. Hey, I'm just saying the market's down. I'm from Seattle too. All right, team. Let's do this. Downplaying the fatality numbers is a mistake and gives people a false sense of security for younger people. I mean, I'm just reading the statistics, bro. I mean, I don't know whether they're accurate or not. I'm just reading the statistics. Hey, I appreciate the sub, AMRN. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Welcome to the team, brother. But yeah, man, I'm just reading. That's all I'm doing. All right, guys, we got 9 minutes left. We got 160 people roughly in here, so smash that like button if you haven't. Show your support for what we do here, team. We got 31 likes. Show your support. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just looking at the stats. Alright, so the SPY is down to 291.40s, which, you know, it's something to watch for sure. Market is down big. And so the previous low up here at 292 roughly is something to watch here as well, I think. See if it bounces up there, that holds as resistance or not. But yeah, I think that's something to consider. Let's see, where's that previous close? Let me add that if I don't have it. There we go. Previous close was at 302.46, so pretty big drop. What's up, Too Fast? What's up, brother?
Alright guys, my view on AMD for the open is going to be a push up towards 50, a green to red, and then I'll be looking for it to really start wiping out supports.
Hey, shout out to Boy and Jacob for the sub. Thank you guys, appreciate the subs, welcome. Alright team, let's do this.
Let's do it.
I'm going to get everything ready here and get ready to trade, guys. There's also the other side of the coin where releasing updates on the virus can cause panic, which would just make things worse. I mean, I'm just reporting on it because it's relevant to the overall market, guys. I mean, whether, like I said, I'm not trying to cause a panic or anything like that. I'm just reporting the statistics. I actually think the statistics are a little bit more comforting than I originally thought. And so, you know.
I'm over here watching Resident Evil.
Yeah, hey, you know, 28 days later, bro.
Gotta take it easy. Take it easy.
Yeah, I know that hero. Hero says tiny as a female. Yes, I know. What's up, Daniel?
Gotta take it easy, man.
Yeah,
you know?
It's all good. You know.
It's just another day in the markets. Let's have some fun. I'm seeing big orders there for AMD. About already. Man, it's a significant amount. There's one guy on the Nasdaq putting up about, what is that? Close to 80,000 shares.
Right.
That's a lot right there. Yeah, it's 80,000 share order that went through there at 49.
That's big.
There you go, guys. Just to give you guys a heads up, at 49, 80,000 shares. That's a big number to have already.
On what? On what order? On what?
AMD.
AMD.
Yeah, AMD. This is why I keep the top stocks that I'm watching, guys, on their time and sales, because I need to know if there's big orders going through. If you don't know these big orders, you're lost. You're lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
There's another big order right there. 18,000 shares at 49.10.
Tesla down to the 680s.
Man, I needed a long-term play Tesla.
Which way?
I call it good both ways. That's the thing. I'm working on my long-term game, guys, my swing game. You guys will see it later on in the year. I've been really working on it on the side. Not really taking trades, writing down information to myself, developing a long-term process.
Right.
A lot of it has to do with swing trading the markets when we have high volatile times, using monthlies, yearlies for long-term. And that's really completely different trading than what we do here on stream. And that's why it's very difficult to do both at the same time. It takes a very complex mind. Why? Because you're going to always have to change your kind of timing. And the timing is one of the biggest and hardest things to have in trading. So that's why I always recommend, learn one skill at a time and then keep adding to your repertoire. And that's what I try to do with day trading also. Let's say like right now, my biggest thing is 100% sticking to my rules this month. Why? Because I want to see it in the stats. And when you see it in the stats and you have the right approach, that's really when you start seeing the better results. I always think that your approach needs to match your results. If that's not happening, you need to take a look on what's going on there.
Yeah, for sure. You always got to test it and, use that as confirmation.
Just preface this weekend. I'm actually going to be putting out a video on this exact thing. Just taking the approach and the correct approach from your stats, looking at your common mistakes, and then taking the right approach can really get you back into the green and back into your winning ways. So look out for that video. It should help any trader really, especially those traders that are in times right now when their wave isn't going that well and they need to figure out, how do I get it back up? Take a look at this video on this weekend. It'll definitely help you out.
Yeah, yes sir. 80,000 is Bloomberg with his money left over from withdrawing from the race. Plausible, I guess.
The Bloom. Nah, man, that man already spent his money.
Yeah. Ray says, hey, are we the only country that elects retirees as presidents?
I gotta say though, I know Bloomberg's out, so now I can actually say it. I like Bloomberg. I like his approach. His approach, at least to paying his people.
I thought what he told Sanders was hilarious. He said, don't we live in a great country when the most popular socialist is a millionaire with 2 summer houses? I love it. Like I said, I'm not super conservative in a lot of ways, but I'm definitely not. I'm definitely a capitalist because I run a stock day trading channel. I would be a huge hypocrite if I day traded and then I was a socialist. But yeah.
Hey, it's how it is, man. It's how it is.
All right, guys, we got a minute left. Let's do this. Roku bouncing a little bit here. Believe it or not. Yeah, I'm looking at Starbucks.
Oh, you're looking at the Starbucks? You're gonna look the other side of my trade?
Well, no, somebody else mentioned it in chat. Let me see who did. Bailey did. Yeah, Bailey mentioned
Let's do it, Bailey. Let's take them down.
Yep. Dust is very undersold. Yep. All right, let's do this, guys. We got 40 seconds left. Little slow day. I'm assuming some people aren't here because of
it's a new share there.
The market's down. Friday. Some people left. Market's down.
Yeah, guys, do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like. Let's get this market going. Let's do it.
Yep. Trump on TV.
Look at that spike. Look at that spike. Okay. Expecting the same kind of move. AMD. I'm looking for those green to red moves out the open. Another one I'll be looking for a red to green move would be INO. Out there at the top of the range right now at 1080.
Yep, we are getting that bounce back. There's the bell. Let's do this, guys. Good luck. Let's try to make some money today. We got this. Maybe we'll get some good volatility, man. Maybe. We'll see. I'm waiting.
Yeah. For AMD, the green to red could be a push towards 50. So I'm going to wait right now, even though it just already pulled back $1 from the open. Already that dollar move.
Yeah, there goes AMD dropping big.
You see that?
Yeah.
I had that feeling, man. It was just way too on the top of the range for it to hold up there, but I was hoping that it was gonna push to 50 and just catch some traders, because the 50 mark,
Yep.
psychology right there.
Yeah, maybe trending against the market too. Let's see. MU is not doing much, but AMD, we'll watch it. I like it.
All right, guys, another one that just did a pop and fail, LK. I'm going to be looking for it to fail to do the VWAP bounce play here. Maybe get to the 50s and then just get right back below VWAP.
Daughter, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's his daughter. All right, guys, let's do this. I'm just hanging out. There we go. There's all our people.
Ripping.
Everybody leaving Warrior Trading's pre-market stream and heading back over here. I see. What's up, guys?
I know, guys. Pushing up there to now 1150s.
Yep. MRNA's up too.
Especially for you long traders, that would be one on my watch list for sure.
Alright, well, SPY did a little push. Let me put Mitch up here.
I'm just thinking if I should take a scalp trade here on AMD to the top, because I think it would VWAP bounce here. But the problem is that I'm having a different view on that it should reject from that breakout. So if I don't think the breakout should happen, I don't think I should trade it on the upside there.
Yeah, I'm roughly 1.7 thousand in profit right now. I'm pushing towards 2K, but I pulled back some certainly the last week or so, just because I probably shouldn't have traded some, and I pushed a little bit too hard.
One doing really well today also, EMPH. I know, ripping there, guys. Now up there to 1170s. There's AMD up there with the VWAP. Kind of did what I thought it would. Let me see if it stops up here at 49.25, which is what I was thinking. Okay, fake that breakout. Green to red there.
AMRN ripping up here, guys. Ripping up. SPY's testing 294s right now.
A lot of things going green, kind of what I was looking at for the green, and then eventually red later on in the day. I'm going to be looking for that.
Tesla pulling back to the VWAP a little bit. AMD fading some.
All right, want to see LK come back above VWAP, try to push up towards the 40.35s and then fail. I know, coming down here, guys, really quickly. All right. AMD looking strong there, guys. I want to see what's going to happen here at VWAP.
Alright, SPY's testing highs. Close to it at least. The highs are at 294.50. We got up to 294.40. So we'll see if it continues there. Roku kind of pulling back, but we got a lot of wicks there. AMRN still ripping up pretty big. Tesla bounced off the view up too. SPY back up to the highs, testing those highs at 294.50. We're at 294.35s.
Maxar fading down there. Not a bad one. Let me see how space is doing.
SPY broke highs of the day for a split second, got up to 294.70s before pulling back some here.
All right, guys. Gonna watch to see if AMD is gonna hold right here. There's this support right here from pre-market. All right. Now let's see if we just make a rip. It's holding that at 56 as support.
Space is pulling back to the view up some.
I know, man. What a move.
Yeah, crazy move. Huge percentage move.
There's AMD cracking down, guys. I'll look for a bounce to VWAP here. Risk right now would be off of these highs here, 49.12s. We'll see if it comes back.
Space testing lows.
Yeah, we'll look for that one to come back to VWAP. Got 23 to risk off of that one.
SPY pulling back to the view up a little bit here.
EMPH pulling back to VWAP. AMD not trying to look back right now.
Hey, I appreciate the sub. Ellie, appreciate it. Thank you guys. What's up, Joe?
Should maybe think that VWAP reject there on LK, but just now waiting for moves back to VWAP. Not really seeing my patterns, so trying to wait, guys.
SPY bouncing some up to 294s.
Airlines bouncing today, guys. Slightly hesitating there to short Spice or the Space Life, but it's not really, it's a VWAP reject strategy, so not my top strategy, so not really seeing fades here.
Roku pulling back to the VWAP. I might consider it if it gets up to that 103.80s level. We'll see though.
It's really considering space there, but I think I just missed my entry, so I'm just gonna back off right now.
Sorry, Hero, you're causing too much of a stir in the chat this morning, so I'll just put you in timeout, bro. But yeah. We'll see what happens. CGC's at the VWAP. That one looks kind of interesting, but I'm going to wait. Market just broke below the VWAP, and so that might start dragging everything else down.
Nope.
NIO, Ebro. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just sideways. It's up and then down and then up and then down. And it's crossing over none of the VWAP. It's just sideways for me. I'm just going to wait. Hey, I appreciate the sub, HAN. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. And I might watch AMRN if it pulls back to like 15.12. I could give myself a risk of like 12-cent risk, pretty tight. Bigger reward target of about 30 cents or so. We'll see though. Just gotta wait it out. Yeah, that's mine. That's the same one's tiny. Mine's -2.2. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at Roku, but it just never quite got up there. Appreciate the sub, SA. Appreciate it, man. Welcome to the team, brother. Alright, well, here's AMRN. I might take a little position here. Small position since it's still early.
Bunch of VWAP rejects today, but I'm trying my best not to trade those. That's not the strategy I set out for my rules. Trying to stay within the rules, not trade outside the strategy, guys. Bunch of VWAP rejections.
Market quickly turned the other way. It's testing that previous low at 292s again. Big dive down here for the overall market. Quick, very quick. I'm sure it's probably going to drag most of this other stuff down. But yeah, quick turn for the market. This is a previous low right here, but I might get out of this break even if the market starts to really dive. I don't want to necessarily get cut in holding a long position, so I just jumped out. I'm gonna let this work, but yeah, the market turning very quickly. I'm down $10 on the day, so very small, but the market turning made me not want to hold a long position in this. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe it'll bounce back up. But I think it's just too risky, and I'd rather just cut my losses on that and you know, wait for maybe a short position with this market. It just depends on what it does here, this 292.50 level. We'll see. All right, Tiny. I'll see you when you get back. Nice. Yeah, Roku bounced. You know, a little dip. I didn't look terrible, but market did break under that 292 big support level. It did break under that, so gonna watch it. So yeah, market's down to 291.80s. The newest low in this market is roughly 291, the whole dollar of 291, and so we are down to 291.60s now. Market is tanking, and so you know I would look for some drops in mostly everything else. Every other mid and high cap stock, penny stocks might be a little bit different. Coronavirus stocks might not follow it to a certain extent, but most mid and high cap stocks are going to start following this, I think, and we'll just see what the market does. If it bounces, you know, we'll see. But for now, we are breaking some lows, and we're getting close to the overall low of the last few months, which is 290, or the last week, really, which is 291. Sorry. Let me see if there's any catalyst that's bringing this upon us. Let me see. Alright, so NEC Director Kudlow says that when there are market conditions, then long-term investors should be seriously considering buying the dip. He also put out something that said that the U.S. economy fundamentally strong, and the economy will slow down in certain sectors, but will be temporary, in a CNBC interview. Alright, so we are getting that bounce.
Alright guys, I'm going to take a bottom trade. I don't normally do this often, but I'm going to take a small time risk here in APT. In there at 37s. Risking $30.
All right, so the market did push above that 292.40 level, so that's good for the market at least. All right, so I just nailed a little bit of a green trade on AMRN where I made a few bucks. Only holding 100 shares left. Just gonna let this push if it can. Hey, thank you, K. Gifford. You know me, I'm the best DJ around, man. Best DJ on YouTube, sir. You know, but I appreciate it. Market quickly turned the other way. And some volatility really in the spot.
Trying to hold to the right risk and reward in this trade.
So the market's rebounding a little bit here. It's up to 292, 293. Big push back up in the overall market, which is good. I've been just kind of slowly scaling out of my AMRN trade, watching the market. Made about, I don't know, 15 bucks on it. I don't know, that P&L hasn't updated actually. I was down 10, so I've made $18 from this one so far. We'll see.
Yeah, I have a chance here probably to take $20 or $30, but I'm gonna stick to my risk and reward that I set out in this trade. Has to at least get me $60 for this trade to even be viable. I'm gonna stick to my trade here. See if this can come back to VWAP. $16 would be that.
All right, we just got a pretty big dive in the overall market, so I'm just going to get out of this with the green trade. Small, but, you know, I'll take it. And then the market quickly rebounds. So, yeah, I'm going to let the market pick up some. Figure out what we're going to do here.
Yeah, it's just faking out a lot.
Yeah, there it goes, pushing up to 294 is roughly close to 294. No matter. I like your mentality, Mako. Mako says, no matter how today ends, I'm having a steak tonight. Like it, you know. Enjoy it. You try wholesaling houses, John? No. Wholesaling houses is kind of the equivalent of drop shipping, right? Which is that you're not really doing much, and it's super saturated. So many people are trying to do it because you don't need any capital for it. It's same thing with drop shipping. You don't have to invest any capital into it, and so it's so saturated that it's so difficult to make money in. And like I said, my guess would be people actually make more money selling courses on how to wholesale than they do actually wholesaling, and like drop shipping in that regard.
Keeping tight here, guys. Now that it's been holding here, I just wanted to keep to my number or let it break out from here. There you go, good push. See if we can get the 1570s bought up.
Yeah, market's rebounding big. Maybe I should have held AMRN, but I made a little bit on it. Not really tiny. Just we took a few little trades.
Yeah, it's really been one of those non-trade days, and I got near that time. I think I might have pushed into a trade just because I saw that 10 o'clock hour coming. Been really trying to stick to my timing. So just got to be smart here. There's 46s. Not going to let it give me a loss here.
What do you recommend then? For what? What do I recommend for what? For making money online? Making money online. Really, my suggestion to anybody, as long as you're like less than like 40, really, it would be to learn programming. You know, you don't need to know that much math. It's something that you can learn at home on your own. And it has the best chance of actually like making a lot of money with it. It's one of the few things in the career in a career life.
Not liking it. Just gonna step out.
Yeah, don't stress it. You know, today's one
Pay
of
the
those
commissions. Not really seeing it. And I do got a good entry, actually really good entry, but I'm not gonna push it, especially on a trade that's not even one of my major patterns. So.
Yeah, for sure. I think the market's just choppy. Market's starting to head up, you know.
Yep. Chop, chop.
Yeah. But no, what I was going to say is that learning to program on your own, being self-taught, is one of the easiest investments you can make into actually being able to like build your future, right? You can teach yourself programming in, you know, I don't know. You can go to a coding boot camp and in like 4 months you can learn how to program and basically get a job as a junior developer after 4 months of a coding boot camp, making, you know, $60K plus a year. You can teach yourself as well if you know, don't want to go to a boot camp and don't have the time to, and you know, you could just make a lot of money in web development. It's not for everybody, obviously, but I think it's an easy return on your investment. There's also, like, you could start an Amazon business. A really easy Amazon business to start is selling used books. You can turn your phone into a barcode scanner and then just go to any Goodwill or thrift shop, scan a book, and if it's worth more than $20, you can buy it for like 50 cents. And you can just do that all day and make thousands of dollars a month doing that. Very easy business to start as well. As for like Amazon FBA or like private label, that takes substantially more capital and it's much more difficult and risky. But there's other ways. Like listen, you're gonna get people, if you Google how to make money online, you're gonna get people saying you could make $1 million by buying my drop shipping course, you know, or you can make $1 million by buying my wholesale course. Like I said, those markets are super saturated because you don't need any capital to invest. And so it's kind of like the penny stock gurus in the trading world, right? You type in day trading on YouTube, what are you going to get? You're going to get, you know, look at my Lamborghini and my prop money, buy my penny stock course. I turned $500 into $1 million. You know, don't you want to get rich quick? Buy my course. And you know, like I said, it's easy for people to eat that up and buy it. But the reality is it's, you know, it's a low percentage play. It's not that it's not really that complicated. If you want to get started, I suggest taking like a course. There's a lot of free courses on YouTube and getting started that way. It's not as much math as people really think, because nowadays you're importing those complex algorithms into your code without you having to come up with that algorithm. Like, yeah, you got to know some math, but coding revolves around 4 basic principles, right? Functional programming, object-oriented programming. Functional program is just programming that does something, right? But there's like Boolean, which is just true-false value. And so a simple code for that would be like, if A plus B equals C, do this, you know, or if 2 plus 2 equals 4, do this, you know.
Short a little XLU.
Or no, that's conditional. I'm sorry. Boolean is true or false. So Boolean is like if A is true, do this, or if B is true, do this. Conditional is like if 2 + 2 = 4, do this. And so it's simpler than people think, and a lot of times it's more intimidating. But it's really not that difficult, and it's easy to get started with. There's a lot of good free content on it.
I'm gonna risk off this 52 here.
Yeah, a majority of people actually go to a boot camp nowadays, Raul, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, than they do actually college, because a boot camp is, you learn programming in 4 months. College, of course, if you go to college, you're going to get a better job and you're going to get paid more, but I think more hires probably come from boot camps nowadays than they do college, which is, again, some boot camps are like very, very short, like 4 months. You can become a certified programmer making bank in like 4 months. And so that's the quickest way. If you're kind of down on your luck and you need a good job paying you more, that's the easiest way, in my opinion, is just go to a coding boot camp. Some of them will actually let you in for free, and you just have to sign a contract with them saying you'll pay them back a percentage of your income until you pay them back. But they'll let you do it for free at first. And so, I think that's the easiest way to make money quickly, or make a decent amount of yearly income quickly. Yeah, well, C and C++ are very difficult languages. Those are the older languages, and they are far more difficult than something like Python or like JavaScript. And so, if you want to get started, I suggest you use like Python, which is actually what the trading algorithms use nowadays, and AI as well, is Python. And it's a very simple language that will teach you the basic concepts of programming a little more easily than C, or C++, which are, again, very difficult languages to learn. I don't know C or C++. I know JavaScript, a little Python. Which are what we call front-end languages, which are design languages like website building languages or web applications. I know React, which is a library as well, but yeah. I don't get started with C or C++. Those are extremely difficult, and those are going to be way more intimidating than like Python or something like that.
Yeah, man, just to support you. Probably planning on learning Python this year.
Yeah, man. Python is Python's. Oh, go ahead.
Let me at least say why I would want to use Python. Because
Yeah.
Coding is so many different uses. So I want to start learning on the side big data analysis.
Right.
I think big data analysis is really a good future outlook, and a good thing that you can even do possibly from home if you get really good at your analytics.
Right. Yeah, and Python's definitely the one for that. Like I said, front end. You want to design a website, you should learn JavaScript and HTML and CSS. That's kind of the three front end. HTML and CSS aren't necessarily programming languages, but JavaScript is. You want to learn data analysis, AI, trading algorithm setups. You learn Python, because Python's very simple. And it's the first language that I learned, and it's extremely simple, and it's what they use for trading algorithms, AI, all that stuff. Is they use Python because it's simple and it's easy, and it's easy to learn. It teaches you the concepts easily. Like I said, there's functional programming, there's object-oriented programming, there's conditional statements, there's Boolean, which are all the different concepts of programming, and they're all the same with every language you go. And so once you learn the concepts of programming in general, you can fairly easily learn a new language quickly within a few months. But it's really about learning the concepts of programming, which is the hardest part to grasp at first. Yeah, Python is a back-end language. What he means by back-end is that front end is a design. You design the website with front end. Back end means it's more of a functional language where you create some type of application or function with it. C++ was my first language. Yeah, and there's a big argument on whether it's actually better to learn the harder languages at first because of some people's logic are that if you learn the harder ones first, everything else will be easy from that point on. So you're kind of mastering the hardest part first and getting that over with, and then the rest should be easier. I don't know. I know I was the other way. I learned Python first and then moved on to JavaScript because I thought JavaScript, specifically for what I wanted to do, was a little bit more useful. I'm not much of a back-end guy. I'm more front-end, like design. Yeah, I feel you, Raul. Check out they got some good content, man. Check out Mosh Hamadi's Python course. It's pretty good. It's legit. Check out Mosh Hamadi's Python course on YouTube. It's free. It's completely free. They also have check out what is the website I'm trying to think of? There's one yeah, Mitch is frozen on TEF, so I had to take him down. But yeah, there's a few good ones. Check out Mosh Hamadi's Python course on YouTube. It's legit and it's free, and it's about 4 hours long. But it'll get you started, and that's the hardest part. Yeah, you got it, Ray. It just takes time, brother.
All right, guys. Let's see if this is gonna break the 16s and 15s here. Not just might take the profit. Get out of here, guys. Celebrate the day.
You back up?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put you up.
Yeah, not seeing it here. Just gonna get out, guys. All right, guys. At least I paid my commissions, got out of the day with like probably $12 profit. Didn't see any of my trades really early on. Maybe a fade on this XLU would have been a good trade here, but not gonna fight it. And good thing I didn't fight it there because would have got stopped out there, right? And I'm not going to test it. I'm after 10 o'clock. I'm going to stay to my rules. I've been staying to my rules all week, and that's why all week we only ended one day red, and it was such a minimal day. It was down $18. So this is what we want to continue doing, guys. Not too bad. 4 green days this week, 1 red day. Let's go ahead and continue working on it and continue building on it. Like always, guys, if you guys want to use a high quality platform that John and I use every single day, definitely check out TradeNet. What I really liked about TradeNet is that it's really a funded account package. This is a funded account program that you can day trade as much as you want with no PDT. You get those steep commissions. You're shorting stocks available to you anytime that you can trade a stock long. You can also trade that stock short. Plus, you get access to their chat room. You get a demo account to practice and a legit trading course. I can't stress this enough for you new traders out there. If you're really trying to get the best bang for your buck, that's really where I think TradeNet really comes in. It just makes sense, risk and reward wise, at least for you traders that are especially doing paper trading and paying for that. We really don't recommend paying for paper trading. What's the best recommendation is learning your strategy, then going to live money and starting really, really small so that you can limit the damage and focus on your execution of live trading.
Yep. For sure. Very cheap way to get started. It allows you to day trade with a ton of buying power, like Mitch says. And again, it just makes sense for new traders. It's a way for new traders to not risk as much when they first get started. They can risk $400, get a ton of buying power, actually be able to short and potentially make money from it. And I think that's honestly unheard of anywhere else in the trading world. So there's the link if y'all want to check it out. I'm going to stick around and keep trading, but we'll see what we get.
Yeah, like always, fam, definitely stay up with us on the weekend. We'll be putting out a new video. A lot of this will be on how you get around those common mistakes and how to really take a look at your stats and see if it's matching that approach.
Yep.
All right, guys, definitely take a look at that on the weekend. And if you want to stay up with us, hit the Discord up. That's where I'll definitely be putting up the video. And we definitely stay up there 24/7. You guys want to talk some stocks, talk some strategy, you guys can always DM me in the Discord. I don't have a problem with that. I get back to a lot of traders. Right now, I can tell you right now, I'm working with about 2 or 3 of the people from our Discord. And what I do, I help them out. I answer some questions and try my best to support you guys. At the end of the day, that's what John and I are here for. We're here to support you guys, give you guys a free resource to come to every single day, trade together, trade as a family, and keep working on our process.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, guys, I'll see you guys on Monday, and stay tuned for that video.
Yep. Later, brother. Good job today, man. Good job this week, bro. Killing it this week, man. Nice job.
Yep. Just sticking to the rules, man. Like always, and trading, a lot of times we have to take a step back and just really try to focus on what our strengths are. Our strengths have to be that we're going to stick to our system. We're going to attack the right charts. And when you do that, you'll see consistency. And when you don't, when you start trading outside, start making mistakes like that, that's when you really start seeing the pain. And remember, guys, you're not in day trading just for the show. You're here to make the money. So take it as a business, take it serious, try to get in and out. All right, guys, have a good one.
Jarvie said Webull does a lot of that stuff too. The big thing about any U.S. regulated platform is that you're gonna have to follow the PDT rule. That's the biggest part, is that you're gonna have to follow the PDT rule. That's what TradeNet does so well and gets you out of, is that it actually allows you to actively day trade with no PDT rule, and that's the big thing with it. But yeah, just to show somebody like one of the basic, like, programming is not that difficult when you really boil it down. So like, if we take JavaScript here, let me see if I can show people that. If we take JavaScript, it's like conditional statement. So it's like if, oh, it's gonna make me do this every 30 seconds. Great. If, what is it? 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Return, or we'll do console.log that, or let's make it a string. That is the right answer. Alright, so a very simple conditional statement. If 2 plus 2 equals 4, console.log this, right? And so 2 plus 2 does equal 4, and so what do we see in the console? We see that is the right answer. If we change it to if 2 plus 3 equals 4, we're not going to see that in the console because 2 plus 3 does not equal 4. And this is what they call a conditional statement in JavaScript. And so you see in the console it does not equal 4. Again, we change that back to 2 plus 2. What do we get in the console? That is the right answer. And so that's essentially one of the major aspects of programming, is just conditional statements like that. Okay, and that's the basic premise of every programming language, and one of the basic premises of every programming language is conditional statements. There's also Boolean, which is true, false, and stuff like that, but it's not as intimidating as people think it is. It doesn't take that long to understand the basics of it, and it just takes time to learn. Yeah, if you want to check it out, here you go, Jarvie, I got you. It's right here. Alright, now I'm waiting for some moves here, but we're gonna wait and see what we can find. Market's testing the highs. It hasn't actually broken it yet, so I'm watching a few of these to see if we get any type of bounce opportunity from the market bouncing back up and maybe breaking highs. I'm looking at AMRN again. We're gonna see. I'm up $6 on the day, but I'm gonna take a little bit larger size if we do get that set up. Yeah, well, So freelance is just like anything else though, JK. So it's like it's difficult, but it's kind of like real estate, right? If you're a real estate agent, like it's gonna take time to find clients, and you're gonna have the first part's always gonna be the hardest as you gain experience. You know, if you're a fresh green real estate agent, you know it's gonna be difficult for you to find clients because you've never done a real estate deal before, and it's the same thing with programming. Like if you've never been employed by somebody, people are going to be highly skeptical of your skills in general, and so it's going to be much harder. But once you actually get employed and start, that's when it's going to become a little bit easier. But I do think freelance is an understandable option as well. But even if, like, there's so many different subsets of programming, like if you want to create games, if you want to create mobile apps, you can make money that way. If you want to become a freelancer for, you know, front-end design, you could do that. And so there's a lot of different aspects of programming. There's a lot of different career choices for programmers, and that's why I think it's a good skill, because there's just so many. You want to make games, you want to freelance, you want to work for a company, you know, you want to make mobile applications, you want to make web applications. Like there's a lot of different subsets, and so, you know, you can really find a niche and make money from it, and I think that is one of the, you know, biggest benefits of it. Hey, green is good, Bill. Hey, green is good, brother. Market bouncing back up. I'm watching AMRN. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back in like 5 seconds. I'll be right back. Oh man, I just realized I was muted, man. I talked about some good stuff too. What I'm saying is I read I'm gonna have to repeat all that, yeah, for sure. So, thank you guys for telling me. So I was looking at what Ray K said, or what JK said, and he said, wait, where'd it go? He said, I've done C#, SQL, SQL, etc. for 14 years, got made redundant 7 years in, and tried freelance then, and went back to full-time as was too stressful and time-consuming. And what I was going to say is that languages always change. Languages are going to change. Certain languages are going to become not obsolete, but less popular, and other languages are going to become more popular as time goes on. And so if you do choose that as like a career option, you have to understand that you're probably going to have to learn new languages throughout the years. Because, like I said, if we look at the languages that were the most widely used 10 years ago, really 15 years ago as well, they're going to be very different from what we see today. But the concepts of programming in general remain the same. And again, it's like conditional statements, Boolean, functional programming in general, object-oriented programming, like the different concepts of programming are going to remain the same. And so learning a new language is not going to be as difficult as it was when you first started learning, because you already understand the different concepts. You're just learning what we call syntax, which is like the vocabulary of a new language. And so, that's the big thing. If you do, you're probably going to have to learn new languages as time goes on, and, that's part of it, I guess. I'm going to get out here, $30 win. We're just right around the highs. Yeah, I know, guys. I know. I was muted. I know, man. I know. I'm back now. Y'all can hear me. I know. There goes. John was solving all the world's problems, and everyone missed it. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But Green Day. SPY still pushing up. Maybe I should have held a little bit, man. Maybe I should have held a little bit, but caught the rebound bounce on AMRN. We'll see what else we can find, but I don't know if I really love anything at this point in time. Maybe I should have held AMRN, but, I think I got most of this move. I got in, like, here, and then I got out, like, here. And so I got most of this move. This is the trade, this for this length. So I think I got the meat of the move for sure. But now everything's just kind of extended up. And so unless we get some good pullbacks, which is, I guess, what I'm waiting for here. I didn't block you, Hero. I put you in timeout because you were being a little antagonistic, yelling at people in the chat. But the market's back up, which is great. Look at the SPY. And that's really what I was watching during this last trade, is the SPY. SPY ripped up. I was able to catch the bounce on AMRN. We'll see what else we can get, but I'm looking at CGC, but mostly I'm probably going to look for some long trade. No, my commission structure is more favorable. I think mine is 85.15 Bailey. So yeah, mine's much more favorable. This one was 400 shares for AMRN, which is much bigger than I generally take. I'm just trying to... the problem is, as I take a bigger sizing, I kind of get out quicker, unfortunately. And that's the issue, is that even though I'm taking larger sizing, I'm exiting too soon. And so that's what I really need to work on with this bigger size. I'm not sure, unit. I'm not sure, brother. Hey, nice Lego. Nice work, brother. Mine's discounted. I mean, mine's discounted more than most other people's, I think. Mine's $3.99 right now. But yeah, mine's discounted just like anybody else. We're not going to push other channels. Yeah, mine's $3.99 right now. So mine's still pretty cheap. I mean, usually average price is probably 500 bucks, but... Oh, no, you're good. I thought you were pushing somebody else. I was like, how dare you, sir? No, I'm just, you're good, man. I appreciate it, I guess. You better watch out, man. Ray, you know, Ray has bricks, bro. You know, you gotta watch him. We got 59 likes in here. We got 160 people in here on this beautiful Friday. Smash that like button, guys. Let's bring that number up to over 100 if we can today, team. We've had almost 100 likes every day this week. Let's try to bring that number up. We got 59. Hit that like button if you appreciate the content that we put out on a daily basis. Smash that like button. We should have a few great videos we put out this weekend. And so hit that like button if you haven't. Click the bell. Show your support. I'm just waiting for some stuff to pull back here. AMRN's still ripping up. Maybe I should have held it. The SPY is drastically turning down though. It's pulling back to 295s. And so yeah, we'll see what we get. But I'm waiting here. I kind of want to short CGC here, but I'm waiting, I guess. If CGC gets a bounce up to 1612, I'll short it. I'll get in with 300 shares at first and try to slowly scale into more if we can. Problem is this week on TAPS, my level 2 has been a little wrong. Maybe Thinkorswim is just wrong. I'm trying to take big size, but mRNA double bottom and oversold. Alright, well here's a little bit better. I could probably try to take a little bit in CGC here, but I need the better average if it's up there. I'm going to look to get in here. This is right where I want to enter. I'm looking at the two different level 2s, but they're just drastically different. I like this up here, but like look at this down here. It's at 13 up here, which is right where I want to enter, and here it's at 7. And so unless it gets up there, I'm gonna wait. There we go. Alright, I'm in with 200 shares. Still didn't get the best fill. I got filled 3 cents away. But we'll see what we get here. I'm gonna keep my risk at about 20 or so. I'm gonna get in with a little bit more shares. I'm in here with 400 shares now. Gonna scale in with another few hundred if we can. And then again, I'm gonna keep that opening range high at 1620 as my risk. Not the best fill, obviously. Let me see where my entry is. 09. It's not terrible, I guess. It's just a big spread for CGC. A little bit lower volume, I guess. Could scale in a little bit more, but again, I gotta use my risk level of 1620 or so. Maybe I shouldn't have taken a short position. Probably not the right move, but trying to take bigger size because I've been trying to scale up, but it's just been hard to find my setups here in this market. Alright, getting close to my risk. Like I said, I'm taking bigger size than I normally do. But I'm going to let it kind of work and hit it if it's going to. Luckily, I had some cushion on the day already, up to that point, though. Gotta remember this song. I really like this song. Alright, maybe it's time to get out of CGC. I'm letting it test that 20 level, which is big, the opening range high, but it's not looking great. Like I said, I'm going to let it test this, see if it gets rejected. The market's moving up, which even though it's a cannabis stock, the market is going to influence this some. Luckily, we did get a little bit of a confirmation here, and so I'm hoping it gets rejected, but I'm not going to hold my breath too much because it's not looking great. Yeah, I kind of agree now. Bailey, like I said, I think I might have just gotten a little impatient, but it's my fault. I probably should have just hung it up, kept my green day. But, you know, we'll let it follow through here, I guess. Alright, there's 20s. It's really difficult too when the level 2 is not lining up where I want it to, and so it's kind of difficult, but am I holding it too long here? I might be. I'm gonna let the bid get to 22, and then I'm gonna jump out. I'm trying to let it test, but I think I might be letting it test too much here. Like I said, I'm going to let the bid get to 22. If the bid hits 22, I got to jump out of this thing. There it goes. I'm out. Unfortunate, but I've been trying to trade big, and, you know, I think I'm just getting caught in the market moving up, the CGC pushing up a little bit too much. But it's okay. Like I said, one thing about winning, like I have the last few months, is that when I do lose, I'm not necessarily super upset over it. Of course, I would have preferred to win, but, you know, $34 is small time, and so I'll be all right. Really lost about 60, 70 bucks on that trade, but that's okay. It's been my first. This is effectively my first losing week in like 3 months, and so not bad. Hey, good luck, Tiny. You got this. You got this. But yeah, with that said, I'm going to close down the stream. If I do trade anymore, which I might, if I'm being honest, I might trade some more. And the reason I might trade some more is because it's been a tough week. And sometimes I need to be a little bit more in the zone. And when I have hundreds of people watching me, it's difficult. And so I might trade a little bit off stream. If I do, just like yesterday's, I'm going to record all of it and update the chat. If I do, but we got to get the right setups here. But yeah, just like I said, you can see yesterday's trade. I record every trade off stream. And so you can see I made... I made about 160 bucks. Ended the day up $76.50 yesterday on CGC. So if I do trade, like I said, I'll be sure to update you guys. You can actually see me clipping it here after I did it. And I'll probably end up just including, if I do trade, I'll probably include it in this weekend's video. But yeah, sometimes I just need to take a step back from the stream and try to get my mind right. And so, anyways, like I said, if you want to use the same platform as us that lets you day trade and short stocks, you know, one of the ways I can buy 100, 200 shares is because my commissions for a no PDT platform are ridiculously cheap. You know, the base package on TradeNet and TAPS is $3.99. With that, they give you $14,000 once you're approved for the funded account program. And you can actually day trade in short stocks with a ton of buying power. And I think that is extremely valuable for a new trader. Most new traders need, what, like $2,000 to save up and deposit into a margin account and then short. And most of the time, new traders can't short because they need a margin account. And so new traders are risking a ton when they first get started. This is the cheapest way to get started for a new trader, where you're not risking thousands of dollars. You're risking $3.99. You're getting to trade a fairly large account, and you're not risking that much. And I think that is extremely valuable for new traders, and I don't think they should really take that for granted. I think it's an extremely valuable thing that giving new traders that experience to trade short stocks with a real funded account, I think that makes a lot of sense. They're risking less. Instead of risking thousands, you're risking $3.99. It comes with the course. It comes with the access to their chat room. It comes with a paper trading platform for a few weeks. And if you really think about it, some paper trading platforms over a 3-month period are going to cost the same as an intro package. And so the fact that you can potentially make money and it comes with a paper course or a paper account for a few weeks so you can learn the platform and practice and test strategies, like I said, I think that's extremely valuable. And it's also a great way to help support our channel. And so if you want to check that out, there's the link. Ready for that inevitable Discord screen cap of your redemption trade in an hour? Yeah, maybe so. But you guys know me. Like I said, number one, I don't sell a course. I could trade off stream if I want to. Number two is that every time I do trade off stream, you guys know, I record the whole thing. I post my entire trade log. And sometimes I agree with my after stream trades and sometimes I don't. But yeah, you guys know me. I'm pretty open about trading off stream. Like, look, I'll show you. Like I said, here's the trade from yesterday. You can even see me clipping it here, but yeah. You see me kind of scaling out of the position. I called yesterday's trade out. I called yesterday's trade out before I closed down the stream. I said if CGC pushes above the BWAP and then pulls back, I'm jumping in. And then it did exactly that. And so I actually called that one out. But you know, like I said, sometimes people underestimate how difficult it is to trade on stream every day. It's extremely difficult. It's extremely difficult to maintain like your concentration, you know. Hey, see you, JK. Yeah, Fidelity, you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have a PDT rule, bro. But yeah, like I said, I make a commission if you sign up, and so obviously I'm gonna be biased in TradeNet and TAP's favor, and you know I'm gonna view them as a more favorable light because I make a commission if you guys sign up. Very open and honest about that too. But again, like me posting a TradeNet link is not different than any other YouTuber. Every other YouTuber, especially every other trading YouTuber, posts affiliate links for their platform. Even if they're not a trading YouTuber, they're posting affiliate links for Robinhood, you know, Webull, like wherever, and so it's no different. But yeah, like I said, the biggest flaw of TradeNet, you know, like I said, I try to be honest. If the biggest flaw is that most penny stocks are not tradable, and so you're not going to be able to trade most penny stocks, specifically low float penny stocks, because their average liquidity over a 6-month period is not high enough to list them, and that's the reason. Will you sell how do you analyze your loss to see what went wrong, mate? I think if I'm looking at this loss objectively for CGC, I think there's a few things I did wrong. I think the first one is that I shorted a stock when the market was pushing up, and I think that was the very obvious one. The market was pushing up, breaking highs, and so I don't necessarily think shorting a stock, even if it's a cannabis stock in a different sector, was a wise move. I think I just got a little impatient, and I'm trying to take bigger sizing, and I said I would take bigger sizing, and so I think I let that kind of influence, like, hey, like, you got to take big size today. Even though this isn't like an A+ setup and the market's pushing up, you got to take big size. And so I think that's what I actually did. But again, that's my fault. Sometimes you're also going to lose, and you didn't really do anything wrong. Sometimes you're just going to have negative variance. It's kind of like poker. Sometimes you're going to lose in poker with the best hand, and you didn't do anything wrong. And you know, sometimes I do stuff wrong. Like today, I think I probably shouldn't have shorted a stock with the market pushing up. But again, you know, every day, every week's not going to be green. My account's still up well into the profits. And so, you know, it is what it is. I lost. You know, I'll be all right. Will I sell a programming course? No. I will not. I don't know if you're being sarcastic. Like, hey, buy my programming course. It's called Hello World, you know? But no, I'm not going to sell a programming course. To be honest, I don't think I'm necessarily efficient enough to sell a course on it. And so, like, I know it. I do front-end design. But am I a good enough programmer to sell a course on it? Probably not, you know? Right, for sure, Joe. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, like I said, YouTubers are weird sometimes, and it's like they just don't want you to make money. A lot of time, I guess making money on YouTube makes some people insecure. Like if you make money on YouTube, it makes some people insecure because, you know, like I said, humans are naturally a little jealous and selfish, and, you know, it is what it is. But the reality is, like I said, yeah, I make money from YouTube. Certainly I make money from YouTube, you know. And, you know, I don't think people should expect anything different. People who start a YouTube channel, yeah, you can give the whole, you know, I do it because I want to help people spiel. But the reality is anybody that does a YouTube channel, for the most part, is doing it to make some money. They're not doing it to just waste their time. And so, you know, yeah, I want to help people, but I also would like to make money. And I think that if any YouTuber's being honest, that's what they do it for. You can be passionate about something, but most of the time, people making a YouTube about what they're passionate about is them trying to turn something they're passionate about into monetary gain. And I think, like I said, I think if anybody's being objective, that's why people do it. You know what I mean? And so it is what it is. Yeah. Well, Fidelity's not a bad way to get started. It's just you're going to be restricted by the PDT rule. You know, but hey, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? Oh, also, guys, y'all want to use the same platform, or not the platform. Y'all want to use the same scanners that you see here. I'll post this link. Check it out. Yeah, John, you should spend this time talking, educating, sharing tips for free, since you're made of free time and have no bills. Right, exactly. You know, I've got 2 kids, a wife, but I don't have bills. What are bills, you know? Somebody asked me if I was a trust fund kid earlier, too, and or a while back, and I was like, no. You know, like I said, I do a lot of different stuff here. Like, I'm a real estate agent. I run this YouTube channel, I day trade, and I run 2 different Amazon businesses. And so I have no free time. Like I said, I just went to the doctor 2 days ago for feeling my heartbeat in my chest, and the doctor said it was probably from stress, which is plausible for sure. I don't have any free time, man. My wife gets mad at me because I don't have enough free time, but you know, it is what it is. I think a lot of what it is I slacked off a lot in my early 20s, and then, you know, once I started to get older, I realized how much time I wasted, and so you try to kind of get that back, and that's kind of, you know, what it is, I think. That's why I'm here, brother. Hey, I appreciate it, Joe. PDT stands for the pattern day trading rule. If you use a conventional brokerage, you're not going to be able to actively day trade more than 3 times per rolling day period, per rolling week period, if you have less than $25,000 in your account. That's what the PDT rule is. How much money on YouTube do you make? I mean, thousands a month for sure. I share it with Mitch though, but you know, I make a decent amount from YouTube in general, just from YouTube itself, like just from YouTube advertisement and YouTube Google AdSense. I make some money, and then from Trade Ideas, TradeNet, Weeble sometimes, we make money. Get some of that CBD oil, bro. It'll help. Yeah, I have some. Yeah, I take CBD every night. It's one of my favorite parts of the day. I'm at the age now where I go to bed early, man. I go to bed early. Yesterday, I think I fell asleep at like 8 o'clock, slept all the way through the night. I needed it too. But yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Like I said, you want to use our platform, I'll post this. And, you want to help support our channel, I'll post this as well. Again, you want to use the scanners that we use. Like I said, this is one of the ways you can day trade with no PDT rule. Comes with the course, demo account, paper trading account, access to their chat room, and then once you're approved for the funded account, you get to day trade with a decent sized $14,000 account, no PDT rule, and you can short. And so there's the link for that if you want to check that out. Again, you want to use our platform, you can use the promo code BT15, get 15% off. Yeah, you can also become a channel member, which is $4.99 if you want to help support our channel. But yeah, I'm out of here, team. I'll see you all next time. Good luck. How do you set up Google AdSense? So Google AdSense is just, you know the ads you watch at the beginning of each video? That's Google AdSense. In order to get it on YouTube, I think you have to have over I think it's like 40,000 hours of content watched. Maybe it's something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's like 4,000 hours of content. I think it's 4,000 hours of content. You have to have over 4,000 hours of watch time on your videos, and you have to have over 1,000 subscribers if you want Google AdSense. You can also, if you have a website, you can put it on there too, but that's how that works, I think. Don't quote me. I'm not 100% sure. It's always best to reach out to Google or YouTube and ask them. But yeah, like I said, I'm out, guys. Have a good day. I'll see y'all next time. Smash that like button. Let me see how many likes we got here real quick. We got 75 likes. If we don't hit 100 today, that's okay. But yeah, hit that like button, team. Hit that subscribe button. We recently broke 18,000 subscribers, and so, I definitely appreciate the support. I'll see you all next time. Have a good weekend. We got a few videos we'll put out, so be on the lookout for those. And, yeah, I'm out, guys. Later, team.